going against one of the most competitive nights of primetime television of the year. SmackDown on September 26 facing mega competition from all major networks in the official start of the new TV season, went on the air with Michael Cole introducing it as the most watched show in sports entertainment after the record viewership margins from Raw in the past 3 weeks, starting the night already against the heaviest hitters with Friends and Survivor combining for over 55 million viewers, also kicking off at 8 p.m. to go against SmackDown's first half hour, seeing the show holding up to open at 4.7 million viewers for Rikishi against Chavo going 5 minutes in the opening quarter, followed by a major pickup over the next 15 minutes with SmackDown jumping from a 2.9 to 3.4 rating for a Torrie vs Nidia bikini contest, followed by Billy and Chuck continuing their strong streak in a tag match right after to bump the show over 700,000 viewers, with things not set to get easier over the next 40 minutes with the NBC season premiere lineup along with the return of CSI set for 9 p.m. Seeing Gunn and Palumbo vs Noble and Tajiri going 6 minutes with Billy and Chuck going over coming off the loss to Raw's Rosie and Jamal on Sunday. With the company going with a rare non-finish in a pay-per-view headliner with Lesnar and Taker brawling to a double disqualification finish at Unforgiven to major heat from the Staples Center crowd, the result in the backlash from viewers in the building and on television ended up one of the biggest talking points coming from Sunday, with Taker not following Rock and Hogan in doing the job to put over Lesnar as previously expected, bringing up reports and allegations of Taker pushing to change the originally planned pinfall loss after several interferences to the double DQ ending, followed by the post-match beatdown of him getting his heat back to throw Lesnar through the pay-per-view set, with either finish set to build to the rematch at No Mercy next month, with the follow-up tonight seeing Lesnar taking out Funaki followed by an advertised Taker vs Matt Hardy match coming up in the next hour, with the Lesnar-Funaki segment in a quarter also seeing Angle and Mysterio setting up the main event for the show, with Angle, Benoit and Mysterio in a three-way in front of Mysterio's hometown crowd in San Diego, continuing the show's steady viewership climb to hit over 5.7 million viewers, with the top advertised match of the night with Eddie Guerrero vs Edge in the feud blow-off match with a no disqualification stipulation coming up next. Edge vs Eddie Guerrero, with each one getting a pay-per-view victory over the other at SummerSlam and Unforgiven, were set out to top hit on the night with a strong effort on network television to surpass any of their pay-per-view performances, placed to go over 2 full segments in a rare formatting on television, with the first half of the match crossing over the top of the hour seeing Eddie and Edge gradually picking up the pace to signal on the match going longer than usual before taking a commercial break right after 9 p.m. closing the first hour despite the increased competition, averaging 5.4 million viewers on par with the previous week, with Eddie vs Edge despite now going against the series of season premiere lineup starting at 9 p.m. continuing to pick up viewers at an accelerated pace throughout the match, with the second half of it going over the top of the hour quarter seeing them taking things to the next level with one of the most memorable performances of their careers, going over 22 minutes of TV time in total through a commercial break to lead SmackDown to the biggest viewership jump of the night, going from a 3.5 rating with 5.6 million viewers to a 3.8 rating with over 6.6 million viewers by the finish, with the big audience tuning in time to watch the final sequence, with Guerrero and Edge going all out in a series of major spots to top a career-elevating performance for both wrestlers on television, ending up with Edge going over after a DDT from near the top of a ladder to result in Edge followed by the heel Eddie getting a big standing ovation from the San Diego crowd. With the venue rumored to host the event for months, including a market test for back-to-back TV tapings in early August, WrestleMania 19 was officially announced for Safeco Field in Seattle on Thursday morning in a big press conference in the city, featuring Vince McMahon and every available top name in the company to kick off the hype for the event set for March 30, 2003, with Vince after all the performers cut in character promos taking media questions to confirm that Rock is gonna be back in time for the show while not answering clearly about Hogan's status, with him joking that he's currently asleep. Asked if the company would open the Safeco Field roof in the stadium, saying that it's depending on the weather at the time and either way they're gonna blow it off with one of the greatest events of all time, with one of the comedic bits of the press conference seeing the Seattle fans who were in attendance for the last Raw in the city last month and watched it happening after the show went off the air, bringing up the Taker-Rooney incident during Taker's promo with him saying that it would never happen, followed by Hunter jokingly bringing it up again to hype Taker potentially doing it at WrestleMania 19, with Taker coming off the talked about finish at Unforgiven facing Matt Hardy to open SmackDown's final half hour, setting up the match for the continuation of the Lesnar-Taker feud, with Lesnar laying him out to build to the pay-per-view rematch next month, bumping SmackDown to over 6.7 million viewers just before the main event, with SmackDown's overall second hour which climbed throughout outside of one commercial-heavy quarter, seeing it averaging over 6.6 million viewers, the second most watched hour of WWE television since the company's name change in early May, only behind the second hour on the hyped season premiere show on September 12, with Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit after stealing the show at Unforgiven with an all-time great match on Sunday, facing off again in the TV main event with the added attraction of Mysterio working in front of his hometown crowd for the first time since signing with the company, with Benoit and Angle after the consensus praise for their performance commenting on the match minutes later in an interview to the company website backstage at the Staples Center, putting over each other as the best in the business, with Benoit saying that he puts the Unforgiven match alongside the Bret Hart Owen tribute and Angle WrestleMania 17 matches on the top shelf of his career, with Angle when answering if Benoit is back to 100% coming off neck surgery saying that he is better than ever, targeting the Angle vs Benoit feud to be the company's next long-term headlining rivalry for years to come, in a similar way to the Rock vs Hunter and Austin vs Taker feuds in the past 5 years, with Angle vs Benoit with the added unique style of Mysterio delivering big again in the TV main event with another pay-per-view caliber performance, going 9 minutes, with Mysterio going over in a surprise finish to a big reaction from the hometown crowd to peak the night with a 3.9 rating and 6.9 million viewers, with SmackDown despite the mega competition across all major networks on the night not only holding up strong but increasing further to average 6 million total viewers in the second most watched WWE TV broadcast in 5 months.